Godspeed. Godspeed is what took us to make this podcast happen.
That's
When
true.
did we start planning it?
2 years ago, I think we were randomly sitting and we were like, oh yeah, we should probably do a podcast.
Yeah, because 22 we shifted together,
Yeah.
and then we were like, बहुत खाली खाली लग रहा है
Yeah.
जीवन. I mean, we had college and all, but you तो barely came.
Yeah, never really came to college, but we needed something to do, I feel.
Yeah, at the time we were just, things were always going on, so we never did it.
Yeah.
And now we've reached a new height of unemployment to finally
Yeah.
do it. So cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers. We
Definitely.
should actually
Clink.
clink. So we have bonded over the last 4 years. We've known each other. We bonded over black coffee and I don't know, masala movies.
Gossip.
Gossip is something we cannot talk about on this podcast for obvious reasons.
No, we should call the people we are gossiping about and gossip about them in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
What will they do about it?
They'll probably gain like 1,000 extra
Yeah.
followers from
Free
this.
clout. Anyone wants free clout?
Yeah, I think everything's about clout, right? Because when we came to film school, everyone was like, oh, craft, this is how we'll make film. Then,
Yeah.
see that.
Cindy
Exactly,
agrees.
we are like that too. And now everyone's like, hey man, my reel got 4,000 views on Instagram. It's the teaser to my short film, let's go. And that is absolutely my reaction. So that is Cindy. She is curious. But yeah, it's very weird that the first few films that we saw together were not like the kind of films we watch together now. We watched like a Kubrick film, and then we watched a Nolan film.
I only remember Tenet.
Only thing you remember.
Yeah.
But that was a pretty crazy experience. Like we were very like, I think it was your first film in IMAX.
First IMAX movie, yes.
Yeah, same for me. Until then, I had just seen documentaries in IMAX. So to watch,
There are documentaries that come out in IMAX.
yeah, Ahmedabad. So the only 70 screen, IMAX screen right now in India is in Ahmedabad, 6 kilometers from my place. But the thing is, it only screens 2 documentaries that it has been screening since I don't know, since I was a kid.
I didn't really know what IMAX was.
Right.
I just used to see it on the what Marvel used to say, no, releasing
Yeah,
soon.
on the trailers.
Yeah, IMAX nearby something.
Yeah.
So I used to see it there, and I used to be like, "What is IMAX?" Never cared to. Then I realized, oh, bigger screen, better sound. I'm like, expensive also, but
Oh yeah,
worth it.
by far. No, but I found that Mumbai IMAXs were, except the biggest one in Vadala. I think everything else is like okay. Like, hey man, I can enjoy this in a normal theater too.
I to come from a single screen place, no. So
Yeah.
anything with air conditioning is
Yeah, that's quite
grateful.
insane, no? That's quite insane.
It is, yeah.
I remember we had these like multiplexes were new when I was born.
Mhm.
So one of the things that were done in Gujarat to like promote multiplexes at the time was to re-release Sholay to get people to come to
Yeah.
multiplexes. So old people basically have to be lured in, right?
True.
It was more expensive ticket. And I apparently have seen Sholay in the theater as a 1-year-old. And I, not a one, like maybe 2-year-old. And I started enjoying it so much that I am also making sound effects like tie. I mean, any kid excited enough would do that. And there were people who started arguing with my family, like, get your shit together, get your fucking kid to sit down, right? And I would not stop. I was just too excited to see, oh, train hai, goli chal rahi hai, Thakur, all of that. Right? I have no memory of all of this, but I've been told all of this verbatim by multiple family members. So eventually they had to get out of that screening of Sholay, go to the next screening of Sholay at like late night,
Yeah.
just because I was a fiend.
Brat.
I was a brat. Still am actually. Anyone who's a filmmaker has to be a little bit of a brat.
Yeah, if you can do filmmaking, it means you already are like choosing to do something not so common. I didn't really care about films when I joined film school.
No fucking way.
I was like crazy, bro, camera. I genuinely didn't care. The first film I saw was so late. I didn't have any crazy attachment to movies, like liking also. I used to watch films, be like, cool, cool film. I had the characters, yes. I would be like Iron Man, so cool, Hulk, so cool. I would never be like, wow, what a shot. Or like,
Right.
crazy, how did they make this? I didn't really care.
Yeah.
I came to film school because I didn't want to do engineering. Because I would probably kill myself midway through. Like, surviving is better. And luckily, I am grateful that I was allowed to.
Yeah.
But, and I think first year though went in fit, like, trying to fit in only. Like, everyone's talking about films. Oh. But I have to watch only Marvel and some random action movies. Still, that's all I watch. But that is because now, though, why fit in? People are not there to fit in with.
Right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, first year I think went mostly into understanding where everyone's coming from in terms of film. I was just like, why is everyone so obsessed with it? Then I realized, yes, film school makes sense. But why are you watching some black and white film from, before my grandfather was alive? I never understood. Now I do. I'm like, technique, writing, crazy that time. How did they do it with only that much?
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Citizen Kane.
and why are like people with everything right now also making shit? But yeah, I just feel like I never felt that much about movies. I just watch them as entertainment. Still, I don't like when I'm watching a film for the first time. I don't analyze it. I'm just like experience. That's all. Even my IMAX Tenet experience was just enjoying it. Like, ooh, crazy! I can feel the bass up my ass. Never felt that before. That was all I did, and I still now as first watching is all like first watch is always just enjoying the film.
True.
Second watch doesn't happen. So
No, for me, I think it's not dissimilar to you because even this whole idea of the difference between a director and a cinematographer only came to me when I was 16 or 17. I didn't know the difference. I just thought the director is the person who puts the camera. I don't know what lighting was. I just thought जो लाइट पड़ी वो चालू करके शूट कर लेते हैं
that's true. Lighting actually I never thought of as a very important thing. I knew it was important, but I did watch a few videos. I mainly started making videos, YouTube videos, vlog, etc. Those you don't need. You just go out with the camera.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Then eventually I had to make like a portfolio video type thing for a freelance website, and then an interview type thing, or like, what do you call them? Like, because it was the lockdown time, I just needed to send someone a video of me explaining what I've done before, etc., etc.
Right.
So
video essay about oneself.
Yeah, that. So I had to send that. That's when I was like, oh, this front lighting looks shit. Right now, so we have that, but like, it's serving the purpose right now. At that point, I wanted something else. I didn't know how to achieve that look. I wanted it to look professional. All I had was the ring light, but bigger.
Yeah.
So I knew that every YouTube person at that time had a ring light, so I got a ring light. Then I think for me it was more that, from an idea, how do you execute, and then a film, how does a film come out of that? That is what I cared about more than movie this, series, or whatever. That was I just like the process of it, not films in general.
Yeah, right. No, makes sense. For me, it was always story. Like, is this story worth telling or no? Like, you cannot have great compositions, or you cannot have very stylistic lighting, or you could not have the biggest stars, or lot of VFX, or big music pieces also. But for me, what mattered most was, do I care about what's going on screen? Because you can make me look at very beautiful stuff, you can make me listen to amazing melodies, but how does it all come together, right? Like, most of a director's job is to make sure that everything makes emotional sense.
Correct.
I mean, logical sense, so yeah, it's there only. Writers are breaking their backs to make sure everything makes sense. But emotional sense, like a lot of times we will see a romance film is lit deliberately with those candles and all of that.
Yeah.
And okay, but I don't really care about the people who are romancing each other. So no matter how good somebody looks in candlelight, if I don't care about them, why am I even watching for more than 15 seconds?
True.
Especially now, in this day and age of, oh, we're doing reels now, we're doing YouTube shorts now, we're doing shorter YouTube videos now. Like right now,
Everyone's used to shorter
yeah,
content, so why should I
absolutely.
just? I can watch a couple dancing on TikTok instead, no?
So what am I doing as a filmmaker to really engage them? Because right now, if we did, really, we can do it. We've done it before. If we take a light, put a top down, give us
Yeah.
a bottom bounce, and do a lovely chiaroscuro lighting, anything of that sort with that high contrast. Doesn't matter if we are boring people.
That's true.
And even if you think we are, I'm sorry for you being wrong, but like,
Oh, I 100% am now.
you
So
won't, you won't
I
watch
just have
us.
to. I just want to admit. I am only boring.
Yeah.
So big deal. This is. I feel you can do all of those things, but what you're talking about is not impactful enough. Then what's the point?
True, absolutely. And I think stuff like Tenet had an impact on us
Yeah,
very early on
100%.
because I remember even 3 months after we watched Tenet, we were still shooting footage,
Yeah.
reversing it in Premiere, and you were still doing stuff with it, and it just stuck with us. The music stuck with us.
True.
It's very rare that some things really stick with us. Like we must have seen so many action films together, but we still keep referencing Salar.
True. Like we would probably watch really complex films. Like I had to watch a few complex films after which I stopped going to college. But I was just like a little too much. But then I watched something like Salar, which is not very complicated.
I mean, in a
It's
way it is. In a way it is.
Slightly yes, but
Yeah.
still very. You can understand it. Anyone will understand
Yeah,
what's going on.
true.
But that has more impact. I am not going to be like, oh wow, they put so much brain. They've made it so complex. That's why I like the film. I'm not giving credit is one thing. That oh they've put so much thought and effort and layering this, layering that, story wise, and done something. But then this is just so cool. This dude is so jacked, so strong. He'll throw people like this. To me, that's more interesting
Right.
and more impactful.
Hmm.
But to someone else, it might
Absolutely.
be
Like if,
different. Yeah.
like one of my favorite films or film trilogies, I must say, is the Before trilogy. It's like a trilogy of romance films, and it's mostly simple. It's just people talking, but
Yeah.
because the conversation is so interesting, I forget that it's just two people talking. It feels very lifelike suddenly.
Mhm.
Composition, they're quite simple. The lighting is always lit with some source in the scene itself. It's not something very stylistic. It doesn't go absurdist in any form. Doesn't have big set pieces. It's just two people talking most of the time.
Right.
And the third film, actually 40 minutes of the film happen in one room. Straight. Two people fighting with each other. But sometimes it's so engaging that you forget that you're watching a film, right? So
Yeah.
I think it's tricky, but I think it all comes down to how well it's written.
100%. Yeah.
The film that we remember, we like the writing the most. I feel like something in the writing, right? Like
Or
Prabhas
it's
has
just
done.
good. I'm just saying it's not bad. The writing is not bad. It's not too complex. It's just at the right spot.
Yeah,
So it's enjoyable.
true.
To me, you give me a very complicated. I will just leave. It'll take me 10 minutes to either fall asleep or just walk out. I will just admit that yes, I'm too dumb for this film, and just leave. Not just to make something. If you make something,
Like for the sake of it.
yeah, just for the sake of it, then. For example, this podcast. Why are we making this podcast?
I don't know, why are we making it?
I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, because like we don't have too much in common as human beings.
A very contrasting personalities.
Like you don't talk a lot, I talk a lot.
Yeah, you I think enjoy talking to people a lot. I try to keep it to only when there is like a need to know basis.
Bare minimum instructions you give.
Just the right amount I talk, I feel.
Acha.
Different, yeah, you like those old films that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
You don't.
What
yeah.
else?
What else is I read.
That's why I will never do. I just cannot read a book.
Yeah,
which probably will reflect through the episodes, but
right. I like cricket. You don't. You're more of a football guy.
I don't like either. I don't like
You
watching.
don't like either. Hot take.
Watching either. I like playing both.
Okay.
Playing, I have preference football than cricket.
Yeah.
But I'll play. Playing, I don't mind. But
Either.
watching is like. But that one time we went to the stadium, it was amazing.
Yeah, which was.
That was like turning point for me. That wow, stadium sick, little
Yeah.
stinky and all, but like worth it.
So we had basically gone to Wankhede to watch an RCB match.
Yeah.
We are both. Sadly, we are both RCB fans. And that one time we actually won the match.
Oh yeah.
We didn't get to watch Virat bat because he got out first ball and we were like 10 minutes too late.
Classic Virat. No, cut that, cut that. Like who are we to say? I to suck every time I play cricket, so I'm like, I am no one to say anything about anyone's performance. So.
Makes sense. Totally makes sense.
But your films are shit, Varun. But that's why I had to put it out there. But regard.
Yeah, my films are so shit that Anish never made one.
Yeah.
Because he was like, fuck bro, what if it's more shit than this somehow?
No, but we did make a film very recently. It's not a film. The intro for this podcast.
Yeah, which you would have seen by now. And it was it was very quick.
Yeah.
Like you just came up with something and I had come back from a film and he said, Varun, sure we're doing this podcast, we're setting things up, but we need something. And I said, what something? Logo. He said, no, that I'll make. But we need to make a teaser. I said, okay. What is the teaser going to be? And he just said, bro, someone watching TV, something has to happen. This. He said, you said like two things.
Yeah, I think we spent a lot of time deciding names.
Yeah, we took more time coming up with the name than coming up with a teaser.
Yeah.
But like in 4 hours we were done with like ideating, shooting and laying it on the...
Yeah. We never
On the
actually
machine.
explained the name, which I think we should.
Should we?
Yeah. It's like,
See,
or we should just let them misunderstand it. Whichever
Whichever.
works.
Hey man, if your ears explode after this, don't come to us. Just say.
Just be glad it's your ears. Khan and not.
Yeah. Exactly. So that. But I think I also have a very different taste in art also than you.
I don't have one.
You don't have a taste in art and I have one. So that's the contrast between us.
No, but I did a lot of art when I was growing up. You know, all the walls that I've peed on. You know, art has always been like since I think 8th grade or something, because no one else was talking to me. I was like, now to some batch of talent I have to remove. From somewhere so I have to bring one talent. I was like, art. So I used to like usually draw the teachers when I'm in class. And I thought I'll draw people and like gift them the portrait. So I'm so crazy. So much attention I got.
Did you gift any teachers a portrait?
No.
So how did you get attention?
No, from the other, like the cool kids and all, I'll be like, bro, look, I drew you.
Right.
They'll be like crazy. They also feel no important little bit.
Yeah.
100% chutiyas only they were all, but at least they felt a little important. And I was like, now to at least one, like my main Anish Nayak's selling point was he was fat. That was the
He
main.
was.
Now also little bit, mostly. 80%. But so then the art came, no? So they're like, ooh, cool, artist. And I think I started hating it eventually, being like, why am I doing this? I think the core reason for doing it was, yes, to get attention from people. Then eventually you end up hating it, no? Similar to like people who go to the gym to get girls. Eventually you'll quit. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
See, technically, I don't have girls.
He goes to gym 7 days a week.
Yeah, 6.
6.
No, now 4.
4. 2 days of cardio.
We don't talk about the cardio on camera.
We don't talk about cardio on camera. Sure. But I don't know. I feel like despite us starting together, the first big college project we did was together only.
Yeah.
This documentary that we...
Along with other people.
Yeah, there were other people involved.
Whose existence we don't acknowledge anymore.
It's
but
okay.
yeah,
It's okay.
good for them only, because there'd be in trouble if I did acknowledge them. But
Yeah, but I think that point onwards, I understood that despite our differences, Anish and I are two people who can work together.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, as you said, you are about process, I am about end result. So it's a
True.
good harmony in process and end result. Both of them are achieved.
Yeah, it just completes it, I think. At least the project is finished.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, because then you edited a short film for me, then we went and did that PSA
Yeah, yeah.
at your place.
After that, I think a lot of different projects together, but
But we never thought of like having all of this set up and
yeah, and actually doing the podcast.
yeah. But we must have made this one list what to talk about in a podcast like
Yeah, if we
4
ever
or
make
5
one.
times. Once on the way to Goa we made that list. And
Yeah.
then now we don't know where those lists are. So we have nothing to talk about. Because
We-
we're so
yeah.
different.
We just plan on bringing people and be like, please talk.
Yeah.
Please just say something and then leave. Politely. But
Yeah. Sometimes we'll offer them something caffeinated.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh, caffeine.
Caffeine was a
Caffeine.
bonding point, yeah.
100%. I think gym, caffeine, and the whole, I think logically thinking also about things.
True. I mean, a lot of people surprisingly don't think logically.
Which is,
Lot of adults.
now I can't not think. Which sometimes I miss. Sometimes it used to just be like emotionally whatever comes first is. Now it's just like, fuck, no, I have to think this over 10 times before I do something.
Right.
Like even if it's as simple as going to the gym. If I go at 4 p.m. then maybe I won't have enough time later or before to have meals. So it's a lot of calculation goes. Before that, I feel like going to the gym, I'll go to the gym. Now there's a lot of thinking behind it.
Yeah.
Even this, I feel we both do a lot of calculative thinking
Yeah.
in terms of everything.
True. I mean, scheduling is very important for both of us, and even when we used to stay together, we had a
Yeah.
very clear cut. Like okay, and because when Cindy came, it was like okay, somebody has to stay
Yeah.
home somehow, feed her, look after her, everything. So we managed that, and
Yeah.
she was sometimes nice to us.
No, very
also.
like routine driven people, I feel. If routine is off, everything is off.
That's also part of why we bonded because it was the idea of discipline was always there.
True.
Like certain things need to happen. We need to achieve certain things in a day.
In a day. Yeah.
And regardless of when you woken up or what is your other work like.
And that is more important than like the today what all has to happen is way more important than this month I have to do this much, this year I have to do this much.
Yeah.
Like we just know that today we put in this much work, something will happen.
Something
eventually.
will happen, yeah. Eventually.
Good,
will
bad,
happen.
we'll see. But
Yeah.
yeah, the routines are, I think that's also a good point. of
Yeah, no,
why-
so otherwise, so there have been so many times that there are night shoots and
Yeah.
you are waking up at we're waking up at 5 p.m. Like I remember I had just finished shooting my diploma film. So it was a night shift. I reached home at 9. I ordered a pizza at 9 a.m. Ate it and slept at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
If you reverse the AMs and PMs, it's very normal.
Yeah.
But imagine ordering, like, I'm waiting for that pizza outlet to open at 9 just so I can order the pizza and be like, yeah, I deserve this. Eat
Yeah.
it, go to sleep, wake up, I don't know when, 6 p.m. or something. If I sleep now, that
It's
routine's
fun.
gonna get stuck. So I
Yeah.
go watch a film in the theater.
The only way to reset a sleep schedule is 24 hours no sleeping.
Yeah, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. But you know that film that I went to. So two other crew members who were also on that same film with me, who also didn't sleep the whole night. I was like, guys, it's a 6 a.m. show for a film whose name rhymes with slash. Let's go watch it. 6 a.m. show, guys. They said okay, and guess who was there?
Wait, which film? Oh, huh.
We go there.
Hmm.
Empty app show. It's Friday morning. It's 6 a.m. show. Nobody's gonna be here, right? Makes total sense. There's the three of us. I think there's one like proper film geek sitting in like one of the top rows, and there's one guy right behind us.
Hmm.
And this film is sometimes funny. So this guy laughs, slightly more aged guy, and I'm like, fuck, I've heard this laugh somewhere before. I have heard this laugh somewhere before.
Okay.
And I was like, but hey man, I think I'm hallucinating because I'm because of the whole schedule going up and down, right? And so in the interval, my friends are like, okay, let's go out, let's get popcorn or whatever. And I'm standing at the door pretending to be on a call. I'm just like standing and I'm like, yeah. No. At 7:30 a.m. nobody is calling anyone. I'm like, okay, no, I'll make it to the shoot. I'm doing all of those things. And suddenly that guy crosses and I'm like, fuck, no way. It was the OG Sodi from Tarak Mehta, Guru Charan Singh. Who as of now, but basically I met him and I was like, I'm not sure if I should fanboy or not because I hate the show.
But you like the
Okay,
character.
You know what? Roll it back. I was not sure if I should fanboy or not because I don't particularly enjoy the show. But I've seen his face so many times on TV. And as an Indian,
Oh,
if you've
yeah.
seen someone on TV so much,
Popularity is
yeah, it's like because everyone in the staff, like the uh, cinema staff, knew him. They're like saying hello to him, and not like a hello sir, I want autograph. Like sir, kaise ho, bacche kaise? I'm like,
Yeah. How are you keeping
What?
it cool?
like is he coming to all 6 a.m. shows here or what's the scene, man? So it was very surreal.
Yeah. Whom have I met that's famous? Acha, that's for Badshah is for the next episode. We will tell you the Badshah next time. But no. Yes, famous. Not denying that. But who else?
I've not met anyone. I've met Rajkumar Rao on a set. Like I was an AD and he was acting in it. So Rajkumar Rao, very chill person.
Meeting
to work
famous
with.
people for me is just like, oh, now what to do? I don't. I don't feel like going up to them and being like, oh, hello, photo please.
Okay, I gotta tell you this. Okay, so this guy, and in our college there was an event where a renowned filmmaker of Indian films came. This filmmaker is known for making little poetic films and all of that. I'm not gonna name them because half of the episode is gonna be like name beep, name
Yeah.
beep, name. But no, so this guy apparently there's a video of him going up with his like notebook to the filmmaker, like running to him and being like, sir, kuch sunoge? And this guy, the filmmaker, he had to be somewhere else. He had to be at an award show in the evening, so he had to leave really quickly. So he's like, हाँ सुना लो अब ठीक है, and he's just standing there. Filmmaker is just like, हाँ हो गया. And I'm like, fuck. If that happens to me in front of a crowd, this is
Yeah.
someone popular who can potentially give me employment,
Yeah.
and that happens, bro, I would lose my shit.
But like for a normal person, like someone they see on a screen is like, and like frequently see them and they're like, oh, you know, they're popular, whatever. And then they show up, they're in front of you and you're like, wow. That wow factor is there, no? For me, it
Yeah.
was like, more than I think these actors and all, they don't really like, I mean, pretty sure it feels good, but I don't think they care much. But these influencers who get famous,
That was going to be my next question.
yeah, the influencers who get famous, they're like, that's also pretty cool. I mean, being famous as an influencer is a cool thing because you've put no effort into doing,
Yeah.
however you've gotten famous, doing whatever, I don't care. But you have done it.
Yeah.
It's better, like you've done more than someone who's not posting at all. So
Yeah.
that way, I feel like when you get famous, that's a big deal. Like if
True.
you're just a normal person, not a nepo kid or whatever, and once you make these reels, some of them go viral, and it's just like people come up to you and ask, oh, hello, can I have a photo, this, that. That's pretty sick. And how do I know that? Well, because at some point I was. Now though I'm fallen off, irrelevant, but
Yeah, no, there was an era where
oh yeah, I used to just use my friends for content and some of it went viral. Like
one
a
of those
few-
friends was me at some point.
yeah, at some point.
At some point.
And it went viral and I was just like, crazy. going 1 million, 2 million views on reels. And that was when reels had just started also, no? Not
Yeah, it was
long.
very new. Very new.
Like crazy. Total, I think I had like 6, 7 million on a few different reels. And I went home, and one of them was a very like regional language reel, and someone's grandfather had sent it to the family group, and that person is telling me that, oh dude, look, my grandfather is sharing your reels. I'm like, that's why I was like, shit. I was embarrassed. I was like, fuck, because that was me just teaching bad words
No fucking way.
to like North
No
Indians.
way. Oh wait, I remember this. Fuck, I remember this one.
And it's the usual thing that you do, no? Like
Yeah,
when someone says whatever, good morning to you in Hindi, what do you reply? Banchod.
I had seen some video where two Indian guys had done that with a white guy who had come to India.
That's just still excusable, no? Like if you do that to someone, like if I teach a foreigner to tell a bad word and tell him that it's actually a normal good word, when they go and say it to someone, they'll be like, "Ha, someone has pranked this dude." But a normal person, they do that, they'll probably get like beaten up or something. But so I was like, shit, this is what I'm going to be known for. Just like crazy, when that same day that I posted went to 50k, and then 100, and then 1 million in a few days. So I was just like, what to do now? And then I go back home, and people on the streets, they're like, I'm on my, like, I'm just walking around, and some dude on a cycle is like, Anish, Kannada reels. I'm like, I was like, what to do? I just looked the other way and started walking. I was like, not me. And when I come back, that happened 2-3 times, and then my mom had never seen the video. I wanted to keep it that way, and eventually somehow through some WhatsApp group it came to her. I'm like, shit, like, that's you. Like, huh? What are you doing? Content. Then she watches it like that, and then she loses it completely. Starts laughing. I'm like, fuck. Thank God. Fuck.
Sorry, their goatee movement.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I was like shit scared. I'm like, fuck this. I mean, if your kid comes to you and be like, bad joke, this is what I thought my friend today. So you'll to be pretty mad, no? I'm not you as a parent.
Not me. Not me particularly. I'd be like, ठीक से तो सिखाया, spelling ठीक से सिखाया ना, BHAN तो नहीं सिखाया.
I was shit scared, but I thankfully she understood the meme. Progressive, but good only. But yeah, it is very like, some people I think would. I was like the loner of the school batch.
Right.
So for me, in the beginning, it felt good. Eventually, it became a little annoying. Came back to Mumbai. I was in some club shooting. Some dude there recognized and took a photo. I'm like, here also bancho. Leave me alone. No, then I stopped posting in general. I was like, sure. Because that time it was not like an income thing. No, it was just fun to be famous.
Just saw you and move on from it.
It was just like not. I didn't do it for like money or whatever. I was just like, oh, you should tell him about the coffee thing. You remember?
What coffee thing?
You had come back home. A certain brand had sent me like 4 jars of coffee.
Oh, okay. This is peak Anish reeler era. Some 3 years ago.
Yeah, they sent me 4 jars of coffee. Said review it on video, make a reel, send it to us. I did. He shot it, and I sent it to them. They're like, no, this is not good enough. We need to do this. You have to like make it more evident that you're promoting the product. I'm like, you people don't know filmmaking. You shouldn't do that. It should be the subplot. People should be like, this must be an ad. Not like, this ad, and they swipe off. I was trying to explain. They're like, no. We've sent you the coffee. Either like send us the amount of the coffee or make the reel. I was like, who are you threatening? Who the fuck are you threatening? And I drank all the coffee.
I mean,
and never like, what can they do about it?
Yeah.
Then you can never give someone something and be like, then pay me for it, no?
Yeah, you can't go up to someone on their birthday and be like, hey, here's a gift, and 1 month later, like, remember that gift I gave? It actually cost 3K. So.
Yeah.
No, but I'll be very honest. Anish is a very nice man. because he didn't drink all the coffee alone.
Yeah, I shared it with
I
all.
shared it with me. I don't know, we were just at it.
Some
at
of
that
them were
coffee.
pretty good. Some were pretty like
Okay. We'll say pretty okay.
yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's been 3 years, so I'm pretty sure they've improved and everything. Have you ever bought their coffee later on?
I've never heard of it again. Actually, no. I think Rambo or someone had it.
Okay.
Finally, good.
I've never bought their
So
coffee.
because of me, not a lot of loss. Little bit only. Like 2 to 3K.
No, I think at that point in time, even if you had posted a reel with them, pretty sure they would have earned some extra money.
Yeah. That
Especially
point
that-
someone would buy
Especially
it.
the regional.
100%.
Yeah.
No, because I had done this small post for some shop or something. People started coming there. I'm like, wow, impact.
Yeah.
Crazy. But then this is when I realized that all this I can't do. You know,
Influence.
as an individual, I can't do. If some brand comes to me and like, do this or we'll do this, the testosterone just like starts talking. I'm like, do what you want to do, show. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, no. But now, like, if this podcast goes, then Varun will be there. No, so anchor.
Anchor, yeah.
I'll just be in the background, be like,
Yeah. No, but the podcast, because I'm here, podcast won't go that popular anyway, so we'll be fine. Nobody will come up to us and pester us. No, but I do feel that it's a very tight rope that we have to walk, because if you want clout, if you want influence, back in the day, you just have to know few people, key people. And now it's the other way around, I feel. Like
They
all our
need to
dads,
know.
they know like 10 important people and that's it. But now it's the other way around. If you want clout, if you want
they should know you.
every like 10,000 people should know you, but it's also like you want to maintain your mystique or anonymity in things, and it's a real tightrope, right? Because
Very.
we see all the time that all these celebrities are going out, they're just living their life, general lives. Somebody's going out with their girlfriend, boyfriend, and sometimes you don't want to tell people because obviously, but then people following them.
Yeah, paparazzi is the most annoying thing I could ever like.
Yeah.
I understand that they're doing it maybe for a living, whatever it is,
Yeah.
but that's not the way.
So okay.
I'm a cinema. Okay, I will. There's a thing called a telephoto lens. Basically, it's called a zoom lens. So from far away, you can click a picture. You know, you don't have to be like, okay, that's talking. But this also is. You don't have to be like, ma'am, please show behind, turn around, please.
Yeah, but there's also, that's mostly also paid paparazzi, no?
Yeah, if you're doing it to yourself, then. But it's also annoying to watch, I feel.
True.
Gee.
Nobody
Well, I
wants
feel like I know what that feels. Not the clicking photos part, but like people asking you, oh. For first few times it felt good. Later you're just like, disgusting.
Yeah, no, okay. Recently a film came out, few months ago, and I'm not gonna name the film or the person involved, but the lead actor vaguely looks like me right now. Like the way they are in the film and the way I am right now. And this happened like a couple of months ago. I'm in the mall. Who am I? Nobody knows. I'm sitting in the mall. I'm having my KFC in the food court, right? And for those people who have a problem with that, I'm having paneer burger for you guys. So, what happens is, there's one guy who there's no coffee left anyway.
Bro, pan, bro. You have to pan to that shit, bro.
Uno reverse, bro. I dropped it in her water bowl.
Yeah, chi.
He got it back anyway.
Disgusting. Take this one. Come in that one.
Yeah, so basically, somebody came right next to me and sat down and said, I really liked your performance in this film. I said, what film? I mean, I have acted in one film, but it's not released. It's not, nobody's seen it. And I don't know this person. And they're like, really want to talk about the actress in the film. I'm like, what film are you talking about? Then I googled the film. I was like, ये recent film है, horror film है, okay, whatever, okay. I'm like, this guy doesn't look like me at all. But that guy was insisting, no, it's you only, no? Like, if I was that guy,
Yeah.
why would I be...
Why would you be eating paneer burger?
No, I was eating chicken only.
No.
But why would I be in a food court eating KFC?
I would have said yes. No, I don't know what I would have.
Yeah,
said.
it's very weird because our job is as such where
Low profile.
low profile used to be better.
Low profile is
Now,
exactly the opposite of what we're doing right now. But
I mean, okay, take a big guess. How many people will watch this? Big guess. Like, what is the?
1, 2, 3, 4. Cindy can't see screens apparently. So 4.
No, I think 6. Your mom and my mom also will watch it. So 6 people will watch it. I think.
Destructive criticism will come.
I think my number would be 23 people. 23 people will watch it.
Good enough.
Yeah. So let's see who's his closest.
No, regardless, I feel the actor. What would I have done?
I don't know. But I generally feel like even with influencers, if you see an influencer that you've seen on reels and you see them in person, would you fanboy over them?
I did see one of them. Who I was fanboying at home. Like, wow, crazy bro, whatever he's doing. Then I go there and I'm like, I was shooting the episode, no? So I was like,
Oh, okay. No, that one I would have fanboyed at.
I was like,
We can name them, right? We're being positive. Puneet Superstar, though, I would have definitely fanboyed.
I
over.
like, inside I was like, oh,
I would have definitely, bro. I would have been like, sir, one birthday
Yeah.
wish you give me, sir.
And I think he put a reel on his page where he was showing like BTS type stuff. I was
Oh.
like, no, some reel of him doing in the end he had a crazy bit to do.
With all the art and all, no?
Yeah, whatever. So
Yeah.
like I think someone from his team was doing it on a phone as well. And I'm there in the corner of the video. I'm like, alright. Enough online presence for the
But
next 1 year.
it's pretty insane, right? He just started like, he would just be on his bed 2 years ago and be like,
Yeah.
hey, chappal chor. And now he's a fucking celebrity. Him I
Proper.
would have definitely fanboyed on.
Now I think most people's exposure to influencers more than to actors, no? In general. Like you would probably see 10 Pune Superstar videos across your feed in a day. Maybe one of the actor, maybe one film with the actor in it. So like more exposure to the actor, so you're like in your head I think subconsciously it does something that to make them feel very like important.
Yeah, actually, as a kid, I always thought that the people who are on my cinema screen or on my TV screen are
Superior.
physically bigger than normal human beings. Like Amitabh Bachchan, sure. But I always thought like everyone, like even like, I'm pretty sure Shilpa Shetty is 8.5 feet below. Like, because how big they look. As a fucking kid, as a 4-year-old, you're thinking that Ajit Devgan must be 11 feet tall.
That's why I always go for last row,
Yeah.
not front row. Then it looks big.
Yeah. No, but I also feel like with reelers, I have a lot of respect for them. Influencers. Instagram influencers. I have a lot of respect for them. But
Thanks, man. What about-
but I can't fathom being like sir, photo
Yeah,
and all of that. I can't. It's because for me there's still people who shot this on a phone by themselves. They're more
Yeah.
similar to me. I feel well, the whole point of being on Instagram and being popular on Instagram is being relatable. I think the only other person other than Puneet Superstar that I'm a fanboy for is Famous Ram.
No, please, thanks.
Yes,
I said no, please, thanks.
I'm telling you, yes.
Please, no, thanks.
I'm telling you, yes.
Yeah.
Yes! You are no mention. You have to say no, I have to say yes.
Yeah, no. But I feel it's a calculation made subconsciously that now that we know how we have actor friends also who have learned
Yeah.
acting. So it's harder
Who have learned acting.
Huh. Huh.
हम तो बड़े मुकेश अंबानी है ना इस फील्ड के हम अरे यार हम तो बड़े all
I didn't come here and take digs, no.
Yeah,
Actually,
come-
that also
come
for
on- come
next
on
episode.
camera and say that
Next
shit,
episode.
okay?
Next episode.
Yeah.
So with like, for me when I was a kid, I thought, wow, actor is because the fact that you've made it into a film, first of all, means that you're good looking. Which so my own insecurity was there, no? So I was like, wow, any good looking person is superior. So first of all, you're good looking. Second, you are one out of so many,
Mm.
and you hear no, that people go to Mumbai to become actor,
Yeah.
and they don't. So you made it through. Then I realized what nepotism and all this, but whatever. Till then, I was like, that's why I was like crazy about, wow, bro, actor, wow, this, wow, that. No, not really.
Yeah. Now we've also seen at least somewhat popular people work.
And
right
also
in
the
front
number
us.
of famous people 10 years ago versus the number of famous people now, because of Instagram and everything. It's more now, no?
It's more now, and everyone's a little more accessible. Everyone's a
Yeah.
little more PR trained, and I feel like you don't really see that same authenticity from a lot of people, because of course if they're too authentic, sometimes they can get into trouble. So I'm not blaming them, but it is a real thing. Like even on this podcast right now, also while we are talking, there are definitely certain things in our mind. We're like, oh wait, we can't say that.
Yeah, we should probably.
Not because it's wrong to say, but it's just that someone will perceive it a certain way, and so it'll fuck the entire thing up.
I'm
So
a very
whatever this mehnat is going on, all go to shit.
legal shit though is second, but I feel like I'm a very considerate person, so no one should get hurt. And so like
Consider it.
not worth it. Usually I'm very out of pocket and I'll say whatever. I'll say little, but I'll say enough to get me cancelled. So this podcast is my way of, balancing it out.
Yeah, self-restraint. But you know who should not have self-restraint?
Who?
The people watching this.
100%.
Like you should not. restrain
Don't
yourself by
hesitate from subscribing, liking, sharing.
commenting.
Like, why would you do that?
Follow us everywhere. Like not in person, but like follow us on Instagram. Follow us on LinkedIn.
Yeah, next time you see us in public, you don't have to, come and say, "Oh, sir, photo." It's fine. We won't feel bad.
Yeah, just go ahead and buy us KFC. We'll be happy. We'll be happier.
Yeah.
But like you're already paying us by watching this. You don't know it, but you're paying us as we speak.
Time is money.
Time is but keep paying us, guys. Don't restrain yourself from watching, rewatching, telling other people to watch this. Keep doing shit, but keep watching us and keep paying us. That's the episode, guys. Keep watching, keep paying us.
Until your gand is fad. Khan. If your boss is telling you this is the deadline, tell him fuck you, fuck your wife, and your deadline.
New episode is out today. I'm watching that only.
Wake up, babe. KaanFaad just released a new video.
What released a new video?
KaanFaad.
KaanFaad.
Actually, the amount of shit we've said just with the confidence that the editor is here is crazy. Yeah, it's just, I know how this will be cut, so we can say it.
Yeah, we can say a lot of. We have said a lot of stuff which someday we'll ask you to pay extra money for
Yeah.
and watch.
Subscribers only. Fans.
Yeah.
Subscribers only.
Yeah, now we're just dragging it. We should just end it. कैमरा कट कर दे, नहीं तो हम बोलते रहेंगे. कट कर दे कैमरा. हाँ तो अरे तो तू कट करना, हमारा क्यों गलत?
वाह बेटी.